Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Painscreek killings. We are going to go ahead and get started on our next part. Um, One moment here. Get it all kind of started. All right. Here we go. Continue. This will be part 5. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. I was kind of thinking about this a little while ago, about kind of where we're at, because of I feel like we've seen a door with a key code. Don't know where that's at. We'll probably go hunting for it a little bit, but I do think it'd be kind of important to. I feel like we kind of miss looking for the cabin. It's been mentioned a couple times in the journals that Scott Brooks stayed at the cabin that was owned by Charles, but we don't know where that's at. So I am gonna go see if we can find a cabin. All right. So my guess is it's probably gonna be near like the wooded areas. So that could be around here. It could be near the playground. I don't think it would be over that creek bridge over there. Just because I don't know. I feel like if it was, then we're really missing some information. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's take a look and see what we can find. Okay. So the other place to cross is over here near the playground. This is nice. Get a little birdhouse. There's a little stump you can kind of sit on. Sitting on the stump. Okay. So this is pretty nice. How do I get out of here? Now we're trying to block my way out. Here we go. Okay, here's the creek. Okay. And then here's the cabin. Perfect. And a creepy well. A note on the door. To-do list. Get more firewood, crossed off. Give Trisha my spare cabin key, crossed off. Fix Miss Patterson's sink, crossed off. Visit Andrew at the hospital. Check hospital for missing tools. Okay. I definitely don't have a key. Okay, so he gave Trisha his spare cabin key. There must be something we missed then in the mansion. Because I mean, by the time she was in the hospital, Scott would not have given her a key. Or maybe he did then, too. I don't know. Let's go see. Let's go check the mansion again. Can't hurt, to my knowledge. Okay. Let's head up. In the meantime, while we're running through here like a crazy person, let's see if we can find... I think this is the hospital. Yeah, we don't want the hospital. Okay. We'll go ahead and cut through. Go ahead and cut up here. Random door. That's locked, but it looks like you get the unlock feature, so key. So we may get a key to this later. Okay. So let's go back into the mansion. Let's see if we've missed anything. I feel like we have. So I may do a quick sweep of the rooms again. Just to make sure we're good. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so we have this room. Make sure I'm not missing anything like on something or on the floor. In this room, it looks like the only thing we're still attempting to obtain is this code right here. Okay. Kitchen. Am I missing anything in the kitchen? Can't get into the wine cellar because I don't have a key, and it doesn't give me an unlock feature, so I don't think we ever go in there. Let's see here. Anything missing on the ground? So I think we've already read this diary. Yes, we already read that one. That was Sophia. Got the fork. We've already picked this one up with the nightmare. Okay. Got that. There's stairs upstairs. Okay, this is the bedroom. I know we've already read that. Okay, we're good there. Got the gallery. We've already read that. I don't see anything on the floors. Okay. Let's go upstairs. We're in the gym. Don't see anything in the gym or the lockers. Still locked. Still need a key for it. Let's see. Okay, this is this room. That. A diary. Did we read this one? Clinching the mansion attic today. Did we ever? So we did not read that because we just got an achievement that said Mary Martinez's story. So let's go ahead and read this one. We clearly missed it last time. It looks so familiar to that box. February 3rd, 1995. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it, and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I have never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice talking with him. Rather relaxing. March 3rd, 1995. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during a rock climbing and twisted his left hand, so he can't help with writing the Easter invitations this year. I told him he only needs his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? Okay, so that's Bernard is left-handed. I feel like that was kind of an important point out there. April 17th, 1995. Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. She said she hasn't used the house for the past few months, but it needs to be taken care of every now and then. She will be 60 this year. I think I should help her. The address is 40 Black Pine Road in Painscreek, NL. Already know that. The only thing we have left to do at her house is get the key for the locked door. May 29th, 1995, Trisha and Vivian had an argument during dinner. Vivian is thinking to send Trisha to college, but Trisha wants to be with Scott. She is not thinking straight. June 1st, 1995, I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting. Right before he left, I heard a faint click. As he was leaving the gallery, I hid in the staircase hallway. When I was sure he was gone, I went into the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. It's just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's so interesting about this lady. Interesting. Okay. There will be June 11th, 1995. There will be a grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. She will officially be 21 years old. Trisha and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. They call it their secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Trisha to be with Scott. Should I tell her about it? July 12th, 1995. Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of Painscreek Community Hospital, as well as the Roberts family doctor. The police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. I was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted their request. She came back in the evening and assured us that everything was okay. She had nothing to do with Dr. Johnson's death, and his death was purely an accident. All right. So, still need to get the key for this. It's outside. Let's go to Trisha's room. Tea room real quick. Although I think we've done everything here. Yeah, we've already completed Vivian's. Let's go to Trisha's room. So that's okay. So we got that. How did we not see this last time? Or did I see it and not see it? I know we read that, so we're good there. So we just completely bypassed that key, didn't we? Alright, so it's the only key we have. Let's go check out the cabin real quick. Let's go see what we can find here. So, this is why I like to do a lot of like going back and looking, because obviously I am missing things on kind of my first go-throughs of places, second time go-through sometimes. Hey, even probably the third time I've gone through it. I just clearly sometimes just miss the information. So best part is to, you know, just keep checking back, because you just never know when you miss something important. Oh, we didn't check the painting. Okay, we'll have to go back to we'll have to go back to the mansion. See, case in point. Okay, about to enter the cabin. Cute. Somehow the phone still works. Pretty clean chimney for a hunting lodge, which you would assume, you would use the chimney for firewood and all that. Master Carpentry illustrated, edit by Daniel G. Jackson. Daniel G. Jackson worked as a master carpenter, concludes the Working with Wood series in his final work, Master Carpentry. Here you will learn how to craft the most complex structures with just wood, create puzzles, hidden doors, and hide secrets in plain sight with Jackson techniques. This is not a book for beginners, so prepare to test your skills and see if you have what it takes. Okay. That's kind of cool. Okay. Got a knife. Pretty clean looking knife. Let's see. Let's open up some of these drawers here. Everything's pretty empty. Okay, looks like we've got a hunting rifle case. 2 guns, cannot get there. Oh. Okay, oh my. And it's locked to get into the basement. Interesting, okay. So... we got nothing? So what am I missing? Hold on. So we got access to the cabin. There. Definitely know there's a basement. Did I miss a basement key in there? Am I missing? What am I missing? I didn't even open up these. Oh my god. Okay. Sunday, February 14th, 1993. Today is Valentine's Day, and I wanted to spend the day with Trisha, but Charles invited me to go hunting. I was nervous, not because it's my first time hunting, but because it's with Trisha's dad. It turned out that I actually enjoyed being with him. I feel comfortable talking to him. Friday, June 18th, 1993. I don't get it. Why would Father Matthew forbid me to be with Trisha? Is it because I'm not rich? Or because I'm an orphan? He didn't explain anything to me. Maybe he doesn't love me anymore. I feel so confused. Tuesday, June 22nd, 1993. We quarreled again today. I couldn't stand Father Matthew's preaching and attitude, so I yelled back at him. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I'm so frustrated. Father Matthew said that I'm not an orphan. What does that mean? Does he know who my parents are? I pressed him to keep talking, but he wouldn't tell me anything after that. I need to know more. Saturday, July 31st, 1993. In these past weeks, it has become more difficult for me to talk to Father Matthew. Whenever we speak, he addresses only church stuff. I've realized that I'm starting to avoid Father Matthew. Whenever he asks me how my day was, I don't feel like answering him. When I ask him about my past, he's always trying to change the subject. I feel so frustrated. Thursday, September 2nd, 1993. I've moved out of the church. Father Matthew did not object, although he looked a bit sad. Mr. Roberts was kind enough to let me stay at his cabin if I'm willing to work for him as an assistant gardener. That way, the mansion garden can still be well maintained, even when Andrew cannot make it. Wednesday, November 3rd, 1993. It's been a month since Charles gave me this cabin to stay. I still don't know where to start my investigation. Andrew has been drinking. Bernard asked me to bring him home today. Whenever he's drunk, he accuses himself, saying that he's a sinner. Sometimes he would mutter names I've never heard of. Of all the names, I think I only recognize Magdalene. I just can't remember where I heard that name before. Sunday, November 7th, 1993. I just returned from the orphanage and found out that it was Father Calvin who brought me there. The record sheet stated that I was from Painscreek. How? If I was born in Painscreek, there must be records of me in the hospital, but I've checked. There's none. Thursday, November 16th, 1993. I broke into Father Matthew's bedroom today. I shouldn't have done that, but he might have something that could tell me about my birth parents. He didn't have anything relevant. Saturday, November 20th, 1993. Andrew's drunk again. This is the 5th time I've had to bring him home and then cover his shift. It's getting quite annoying as I lay him down on his bed. He muttered repeatedly, "I am so sorry, Sophia." Who's Sophia? Okay. And another key. Okay, so what do we have in these keys here? Oh, chest box. Okay. Might be usable in the church. So, sounds like we're not going to get the basement. Sounds like we need to go to the church. Let's go do the church thing. Go. So first things first, we have the chest key. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Okay, what do we got here? All right, so we got my baby boy 1975. Key to the basement. Perfect. St. Patrick Orphanage, February 2nd, 1994. Dear Scott, I'm Sister Rachel. Although I wasn't here when you first came, I hope you remember me. I was your nursing mother after you arrived here those years ago. I understand that you came here earlier to find out how you came to be at St. Patrick's Orphanage. On July 4th, 1975, Father Calvin came to us holding a basket with you in it. He said that you had lost your parents and there's no one to take care of you. He told us that your name was Scott. After he left, Sister Emma asked if I'd be willing to take care of a baby. At first I hesitated because it was a huge responsibility. But when I saw your face, so full of innocence and curiosity, I felt as if God himself had delivered you to me. I accepted the task. When you were 10, Father Matthew came to see you. He had just become the head priest of the Painscreek Trinity Church. He visited often, usually at the beginning of the month. Whenever he left, he would leave an envelope containing a small sum of money. He said it was for everything you needed, and that whatever was left was to be given to the orphanage. I would be lying to say that I wasn't sad when you left the orphanage, but when Father Matthew adopted you, I believed that your life would be better in Painscreek than here, and I dearly hope it's so. Everything enclosed within the package used to be yours. I think you should have these. May God bless you, Sister Rachel Davis. Okay, already read that. So nothing there, could not pick that up. So it looks like we have our diary. Tuesday, November 30th, 1993. I asked Andrew about Sophia. First he freaked out, saying that I shouldn't go around speaking that name. Then he said he had never heard that name in his life. Is he hiding something? Why would he lie about Sophia? This makes me want to know who Sophia is even more. Thursday, December 2nd, 1993. I asked Wanda if she knew anything about Sophia. She said Sophia used to work as a maid in the mansion for a few years until she was let go. When I asked why, Wanda said she didn't know. However, she thought that Sophia was a manipulative woman and that would do anything to get what she wanted. Wanda resented that. Wednesday, December 8th, 1993. I met Derek today and asked if he knew anyone by the name of Sophia. Apparently he's not on speaking terms with me. I wonder if it has anything to do with Trisha. Monday, December 13th, 1993. During today's lunch break, I asked Bernard if he knew about Sophia. He was surprised that I knew that name, but proceeded to say he did not know her that well. Somehow I feel uncomfortable whenever I talk to Bernard. His cold gaze gives me the shivers. Saturday, December 18th, 1993. I met Dorothy while tending to the garden. I asked her about Sophia. She looked confused. She was curious as to where I'd heard that name. I told her it came from Andrew. She kindly explained that Sophia was a close friend of hers when Sophia first came to work for the Roberts family. Unfortunately, she had an affair with Charles when Vivian was hospitalized. Shortly after she left Painscreek, no one has heard of her ever since. Dorothy thinks that Sophia probably started a new life in another place. I wonder if the affair was the reason everyone's quiet about it. Okay. So we got that. That's good. And then we have a key. And I know that there was this room that was locked. So I'm wondering. Perfect. Okay. Looks like it's Father Matthews. January 16th, 1975. A few months have passed since I've arrived here. This missionary trip is harder than I expected. There is no clean water, the food lacks nutrients, and there isn't enough medicine. We have requested help from WHO, but haven't received any reply yet. I feel so frustrated. What can I do? March 3rd, 1975, when Father Calvin first sent me here, he asked if I'd be willing to stay for 6 months. It'd be good training for me, he said. I agreed. That was before I came. 6 months have now passed, and I think I'll extend this for another 6 months. The people here need as much help as they can get. I'm not a doctor, but I can help them through my support and prayers. I will let Father Calvin know about my decision. September 16th, 1975. Time flies. I can't believe I'll be going home tomorrow. I will miss the people here. At the same time, I can't wait to get back home and meet everyone again. September 19th, 1975. Father Calvin summoned me this morning and told me that Sophia had left Painscreek. How can that be? The last time we wrote, she told me she had so many things to share with me when I got back. Was she forced? Is she hiding something? I just cannot believe that Sophia left without telling me anything. Something must have happened to her that she could not tell me. December 29th, 1975. It's been almost 6 months since Sophia left Painscreek. I've asked everyone around. No one seems to know where she went. Father Calvin told me to let it go. He's right. I should not dwell on matters of the heart. There are more important things in life that I need to focus on. If Sophia and I are meant to meet again, God will let me know. It's time I moved on with my life. Interesting. Okay. Okay, nothing there. Another diary. February 25th, 1971. I had always wanted to be adopted, but I guess heaven had something else in store for me. Instead of being taken in by a family, I came to Painscreek Trinity Church. To be honest, I would prefer to have a real family with people whom I can call mom and dad, but Father Calvin said God had other plans for my future, and in time I will come to realize it. May 2nd, 1971. The Roberts family is looking for a new maid. I told Miss Roberts that a relative of mine would fit the position really well. I know I shouldn't lie, but I want Sophia to be here in Painscreek. Father Calvin always said we have to help those who are in need. Sophia is in need, and I am sure she will be glad to have this job. August 10th, 1971. Since starting the job at the mansion, Sophia has settled in nicely. Whenever she has time off from work, we've been exploring Painscreek together. I have so much to show her. This is just like the orphanage days, and I am extremely comfortable being with her. October 27th, 1971. Today was Sophia's day off. We ate at the Moon Cafe again. I can't seem to get enough of this place. The food is delicious, the atmosphere relaxing, and the coffee tastes great. Maybe it's all because of Sophia's company. Still, I love to hang out here. This is definitely one of my favorite places in Painscreek, followed closely by the church and Little Big Books. Interesting. Okay. Nothing else in here. Don't want to be missing a key, because that's what I'm apparently known for. O'Malley Associates, Attorneys at Law. Dear Mr. Brooks, we have evaluated your case and we accept the request to represent your son, Scott Brooks, in court. We are in process of drafting an appeal for his release. Considering the intensity of this situation, we urge you not to make any public statements until consulting with us. Additionally, we would like copies of any government documents related in any way to your son. Medical records, transaction receipts, travel documents, previous criminal charges, if any, etc. The more we have, the better we can help in your son's case. We will be in contact within the next few days. And then we have Emerald State Bank. Check from car dealership. So I guess we sold a car in order to pay. Looks like to pay for the lawyers. Okay. Alright, so this was the Father Matthew's bedroom. I already checked on that, right? Cause issues for myself now. So let's see here. So we've got that. So we now have the basement key. So let's... I'm going to leave this way. Let's go down the basement. Let's go to the cabin. progressing, I feel like we're just getting more and more to the finding out exactly what's going on here. Not the way I was looking for. You guys probably can't hear, but I have my cat sitting next to me meowing incessantly at me. Hold on. Hi, baby. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but she's currently purring. Hi. Here you go. Yeah, okay. And she leaves. All right, let's go down to this basement. Okay, let's turn on some lights here. Okay, we got a diary. Monday, February 14th, 1994. On Valentine's Day, Trisha gave me some chocolate. I've never seen that brand before. I bet it must be expensive. I haven't finished making the music box. I had hoped that it would be her Valentine's Day present. I'll just give it to her later. Hopefully she can forgive me. Friday, February 18th, 1994. It's been quite some time since I last talked to Father Matthew. He's always asking how I'm doing after Sunday service, but I tend to ignore him whenever possible. I know it's wrong. I need to find a way to make amends with him. Tuesday, April 19th, 1994. The grass has been growing wild lately. The weeds are everywhere and Andrew's not here. Actually, he hasn't been here for quite a while now. I wonder what happened to him. I should visit him after work tomorrow. Saturday, September 23rd, 1994. I was about to pick Andrew up for work when I found him lying unconscious on the floor. There was an empty bottle of sleeping pills on the table. I immediately called the ambulance. According to the nurse, this was Andrew's third suicide attempt. She's glad that I saved him in time. An hour later and he could have died. I don't know why Andrew would commit suicide. What I know is that he must be lonely. He needs a friend. Wednesday, September 28th, 1994. I visited Andrew at the hospital today. He's out of ER and is recovering quite well. While I was cutting the fruits, he told me his story. In 1972, there was a maid who came to work at the mansion. Her name was Sophia. She was a hard-working young lady with a great personality. She was loved by many. A few years into her job, however, she had an affair with Charles. A child was born. When Vivian found out, she was furious and decided to kick her out of Painscreek. What happened after that was a tragedy. On June 26, 1975, at 11 p.m., Vivian, Dr. Johnson, and Andrew confronted Sophia. A fight broke out. Sophia fell and hit her head on a nearby well. She stopped moving. Dr. Johnson checked and realized she was dead. Her neck had broken. No one knew what to do. Vivian then asked Andrew to take care of the body and her baby. Andrew did what he had to protect Vivian. After that night, they vowed never to tell anyone about the incident. Before leaving, I asked Andrew what the baby's name was. He said it was Vincent. As I left the hospital, I couldn't help but pity Andrew. He lived a confusing life and the struggle shows. I hope he can heal. Oh, and I got an award, an achievement called the Hidden Truth. Okay, so now we know that Dr. Johnson, Andrew, and Vivian all basically were there during the death of Sophia. Okay. Now I feel like there's got to be more here. And we took a photo of something that was similar to that, didn't we? Where can I find the key? Okay, so this is that. And we have the key. No? Did that not open it? I was about to ask why there was a light bulb in a cabinet. But okay, and we just walk right through the clothing bar. Just walk right through it. We're going to just walk our head, getting chopped off at the same time, right through the clothing bar. Okay, so we got really uncomfortable looking area that seems to be slept in or on. Why was she killed? Okay. There's Trisha. Time capsules in the cemetery. Derek and Wanda's house. Andrew's. Bernard's. Old sewer entrance. Old sewer entrance. I think those are the stairs that led up to the mansion. So that was that door. It must be the old sewer entrance. Dorothy's house. Birdhouse. That was down in the park area. Okay. So Dorothy. She loved and took care of Sophia when she was pregnant. Killed Magdalene, Dr. Johnson. Okay. Derek was 6 years old at the time. Wanda, maidservant Derek's mum. Andrew, mansion gardener. Bernard, mansion butler. Father Calvin, saved me, couldn't be him. Matthew, in Indonesia at that time. Vivian is Charles' wife. Charles, he's my father, question mark. Magdalene, couldn't be her. She tried to find Sophia, who killed my mother. So, we now know Scott is the child of Sophia. Charles is his dad. I found out who killed my mother. Okay. Understanding psychology, seeing what others don't. Author of best-selling Mind is the Key, David Chin and Sarah Patterson, focuses on tackling the understanding of human behavior through psychology. David Chin's research has focused on the nature of mental imagery and on people's ability to remember an emotional significant event. He has served on real crime cases and possesses the knowledge and experience to answer the many questions of the human mind. Okay. Here we go. Okay, can we read? Monday, February 13th, 1995. I realized who I am from the moment I saw the photo. I have the exact same blanket. I know who my father is. Everything makes sense now. Tuesday, March 7th, 1995. I visited Andrew today. I needed to know where they hid Mom's body, but he cried and begged me not to say anything about it anymore. There was no room for whatever questions I had left. I then told him I'm the boy he gave to Father Calvin to get rid of. He was utterly shocked. After that, I left. I could not bear to look at him for another second. I know who I am, and now I feel everything is falling apart. Monday, April 3rd, 1995. Andrew came to the cabin and told me where the body was hidden. He said he was sorry and left. Externally, I was quiet. Internally, I was sputtering and livid. After he left, I came to my room and cried. Tuesday, April 4th, 1995. The well had dried up and was covered in moss. I couldn't have known that the well even existed if I didn't work at the mansion. I finally found Mom's body. I buried her in the cemetery next to Father Calvin. There was no tombstone for her, just a wooden cross. I don't think that Father Calvin would mind. After all, he was the one who saved me. Wednesday, May 3rd, 1995. A month has passed. I haven't worked since, and I have stopped meeting anyone. Trisha knocks on my door every day, but I would hide each time. She cries every time, begging me to come out, anxious to know why I won't see her, if she's done anything wrong. I don't know what to say to her, but I know I cannot be together anymore. Saturday, May 13th, 1995. Father Matthew visited me today. He said he hasn't seen me at church for a while and that no one has heard from me in weeks. When he asked how I was doing, I began crying. The tears just flowed down my cheeks. I cried and I cried and I couldn't stop them. I told him everything. I told him that I know Charles is my father. I confessed that I now knew that Trisha was my half-sister. I said I didn't know what to do now. He listened and didn't speak. Just got an achievement for Scott Brooks' story. Key, music box key, okay. Here's a pattern of the baby's blanket. 621. That's cute. Let's take a picture. Okay, and you know what? We are going to actually close that. Robert's estate security tapes. Oh. So let's go here. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Picking up a key, an old gate key. Okay. Pick up. It's a radio. Why is this able to be picked up? Okay, that's cool. Nothing here. Anything there? I didn't even see that. Okay. That's why we're now double checking. Store. Painscreek sewer. Okay. Map in the sewer system. Here's that entrance. It looks like you can go to the mayor's mansion from there. Maple Drive, Farmer's Market, the church. It looks like you can get over here, potentially. Postal, hospital. Okay. And I have it in my maps. Perfect. All right. Anything pick up? VHS. Can I watch it? No. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to be done for here for now. Cutting back off our head. Let's go upstairs. So let's take a look at what we have real quick in our inventory. Okay, so we have the music box key. That would be in Trisha's, so let's do that. Looks like we also have the old mansion gate key. So I'm gonna guess that there's a gate somewhere on the grounds. And the sewer key. So, let's... I think they're all within the same area. Okay, so I think we'll do the sewer after we look in the mansion area. Because I have a feeling the sewer is going to take us somewhere, and I don't want to, like, have to, I guess, double back too much. Let's go do the music box first, and then we can search the grounds for the old gate. As I completely just bypass her room. Okay, here we go. So, music box key, open. Dear Trisha, as I've grown to learn more about my birth parents, I feel as if a great veil has been lifted from my eyes. I now understand why Father Matthew was against us seeing each other. He was right. We shouldn't be together. Please believe me when I say I did not kill your mother. I've never lied to you, and I never will. I don't know who killed Vivian. Hopefully the truth will come to light someday. There's so much that I want to tell you, but I cannot at this moment. I pray the day when I can express everything to you will come quickly. All I can say now is that I am sorry for all the pain that I've caused you. Please forgive me. Sincerely, Scott. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. We have the old gate key. I also wanted to quickly go this way. Not the attic. No. The gallery. Is the gallery this way, right? So she said old lady headband. I feel like... Okay. So we need a code. Is it his mother's death anniversary? Hold on. Because he specifically mentions that in his diary. Which is 8/27/1975. So let's 8/27. That will not work. Maybe 08. 08/27/75. Enter. Okay. So that is a no. Could it be this? 447206, because that's Cecilia or something like that? No. Okay. We'll come back to that. I don't know what code to use there. So let's go look for an old gate. We need to go outside. And just get hit by the door. Okay. We'll go here. Trail closed. Do not enter. So here's the well. I might be making a mistake doing this. Oof. Nobody's staring at us, is there? It doesn't look like I can go anywhere, but there is something laying there. Here She Lies achievement. Store item. It's a necklace. It says 0526 M2S. Matthew to Sophia? Okay, let's leave the well. And in the church, didn't Father Matthew have a desk? Do we think that that could be the code to then the desk? What do we want to do first? The desk or the old sewer? Let's do the sewer since we're over here, and then we'll go back to the church. I think that would be the smarter thing to do. And I don't think I've gotten any other chess pieces, did I? May have. Did I get the... Which chess pieces did I get? So I got a knight. I got a queen. I have not gotten a... king. Or the bishop. Okay. Let's go do the old sewer, and then we can kind of go from there. This, if I remember correctly, the map would lead me to the mansion, which is locked, although it's interesting because you could just technically, like, lever that up. And climb up here. Top has been sealed shut. Okay. So, sewer map. So we are here. We'll go down here. We got 2 doors. Okay. That is the exit. Okay. So let's go left first. Okay, that's locked. That was opened. Okay, so we're here. Let's go down to the farmer's market. Don't get a key there, okay. So farmer's market was a no-go. So let's go here, and we'll go ahead and make a left, and then another left. Okay, so here we go. So let's go left. And then another left. Gross. Nothing. Okay. Let's go this way. bolted from the other side. Okay. So I should be here. So let's go down and try to go to the postal service. Do not like the music down here. It's a little creepy. Yeah. This would be postal. So that is also locked. Okay, so let's go down this way. Go left or right. Okay, that's also locked. And that is also locked. So far, we are 0-0 on getting anywhere down here. Okay. This is also locked. We're not locked. Perfect. So wait, so where are we? So now we've done this. That was locked. That led us through. We're going to the hospital. Okay. Okay, let's us into the hospital. And this should then lead us into the basement of the hospital that we had no access to last time. Perfect. Okay. Creepy. Okay. Morgue. Because that's where we want to go in. Can we open? So far, no. Okay. Stuff on the floor. Stuff up above. X-rays. Perfect. Nothing there. Stephen Moss's driver's license. Okay. He had no cash, but some cards. Briefcase key. Perfect. BH. Maybe Bernard's? 4/16/1997. Called Dorothy last week. She told me something interesting about Sophia. There was a puzzle that she received from Matthew when she first started working at the mansion, sort of a birthday gift for her. In that puzzle, Sophia was to visit both hers and Matthew's favorite locations in Painscreek. In each location lies a clue that Matthew has written on the wall of the building exterior. The clues, when put together, will point her to the location of her gift. I thought that was a neat idea. Okay, hold on. Because I remember seeing Matthew's. His was the church. We have it down somewhere. So we've got Sophia. Fave place. She likes the courtyard. Okay, so Anne's courtyard. She likes the bridge. It's a weird thing, but okay, but it's near the gate. Near the gate, so okay. And she likes the post office, and that's kind of already saw the line ahead. Why would somebody like the post office, and where can I find Matthew's favorite places? I agree. Why would you like the post office? That's a little bizarre. 4/20/1997. I received an anonymous message this morning. It claimed that Scott wasn't Vivian's killer. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I had my doubts whether Scott really killed Vivian. He sure had the motive, but upon reading all of his diaries and looking through his investigation notes, I can't help but think that Scott didn't kill Vivian. On the contrary, he was trying to find out who killed Vivian, as well as what really happened to Andrew Reed and Dr. Johnson. 4/26/1997. I still don't know if this anonymous person is a man or a woman, but they've helped solidify my thoughts on Scott. 4/29/1997. I received another message yesterday. It told me to look into Bernard, the mansion's butler. I can't help but feel like this person is trying to tell me something, but not exactly what. The message said I will find something in the house. Today I received a key in the mail with the initials BH. Does it stand for Bernard's house? 4/30/1997. I've searched everywhere and read all of Bernard's diaries. Something just doesn't add up. Maybe it's just a hunch or simply that I'm thinking too much. But would he really have killed Vivian? There's something else about his entries that just make me pause and wonder if he was indeed a murderer. I photographed all the pages. Okay. Anywhere. Let's see here. Okay. Looking here. So I wonder, is that Sophia? We're going to have a little bit of a creepiness going on. So I don't see anything else for now. Do we see anything? We have, looks rusty. Potential blood? I don't know. But I can store it to my inventory, which means I get to keep it. Okay. Electrical. Hey now. And we have power. Okay. And we unlock the basement. So, you know what we can do? Where is that at? I think it's over here. Keycard it. Yeah. All right. Open, open. Influential citizen, Henry Johnson. God, he's got a lot of awards. Award, certificate of acknowledgement, certificate of recognition. Wow. Anything here? Nope. Anything here? Nope. Anything here? Nope. Anything here? That is a nope. Okay.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me. Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back. What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Okay. What I never did is turn on the light. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, Vivian Roberts, First Maple Drive in Painscreek. May 29th, 1993, Dr. Henry Johnson. Dear Dr. Henry Johnson, I'd like to thank you for your contribution to Painscreek Community Hospital and the people of Painscreek for the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding the mishandling of funds designated for PCH, most of which came from the Roberts Relief Fund. The support was meant to help with the purchases of medical equipment and supplies. Since a sum of nearly $160K has been estimated missing, we have no other choice except to open an investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funding for the hospital for the time being. I will be meeting you and your accountant to solve these issues so we may continue to support the hospital's needs. Vivian Roberts. Okay. Now. Room 203. Okay. Nothing there. Okay, couple things. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. To Charles Roberts, I don't know if it's a joke that you sent me the threat letter, but if you knew about the well, then you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind all of it. If you have any grudge, it's with her, not me. I was just a witness in Sophia's death, nothing more. Henry Johnson. June 30th, 1995. Fax it tomorrow. All right. I think that might be it here. Let's, do we have stairs over here? We do. Let's go to 203. Let's turn on some lights here. 208. 210. No. Okay. Wrong way. Turn on some lights. That light did not look like it worked. There's 207, 204, 203. There we go. Okay. Lots of storybooks. Okay. Already opened. Cereal. So this looks like this was Vivian. No, not Vivian. Trisha's room. She has a VHS. Happily Ever After. Okay. Nothing there. Read. Painscreek Herald. Scott Brooks's body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. Police do not know if this is tied to the murder of Vivian Roberts by Daniel Hudson. Scott Brooks, a star suspect in the Vivian Roberts case, was found dead yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. At around 6:50 a.m., a jogger happened to find a body lying motionless behind a bush on the side of the road. He stopped to check if the person needed help, only to notice that the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police arrived shortly at around 7 a.m., and the victim was declared dead. The estimated time of death was predicted to have happened 4 to 6 hours prior, putting the incident to have occurred around 1 to 3 a.m. Questions have been raised in regards to the murder of Vivian Roberts, of which Scott Brooks was the key suspect of. He had been released from prison due to insufficient and blank. Continued on page 5. Scott's body was found behind a bush on Maple Drive. Police are currently investigating the case. Okay. got a key. Looks like a room key. July 27th, 1995. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for the murder of her mother, Tricia collapsed. The hospital called this morning to inform us that it was just a nervous breakdown. However, they've suggested that she should stay there for another few days. Charles is asking me to stay by her side. August 3rd, 1995. It rained today. Tricia has always hated the rain. She stayed in bed, tucked under the blanket, nearly the entire day. Here and there she mutters Scott's name out loud. She's cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. August 22nd, 1995. Charles visits Tricia almost every day. Today he was quieter than usual. All of a sudden he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian has ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but I was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. Then I realized that Tricia was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. September 8th, 1995, Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remembered seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I've already told him everything I know. It's frustrating to be asked over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott could really be the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott was not the killer, then who killed Vivian? September 16th, 1995. Derek came by to see Tricia. I asked him how he was doing, and he said that the medical expenses for Wanda were more than he expected. Even with Charles' help, he's been forced to use up most of his savings. He's currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly sides of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his friend Tricia like this pains him. I don't know what to tell him. Before he left, he leaned close to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chosen me?" I wish that I had never heard that. Whose diary was that? I think it was Dorothy's, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have a key. Let's take a look here. So we have a key found next to Dorothy's diary. So my guess is that's the door in Dorothy's house that was locked. A tool used for fixing broken drawers. We have a drawer at Derek and his mother's house. Hammer or pull out nails. So we had that board at Bernard's house. We have this, which I think is the key to Bernard's. Briefcase key, so that would be for Stephen Moss. And then we have this, which I think would be for the church. Okay. Let's go on our next adventure. No. It's not the direction I was going in. Elevator, stairs. Oh, and then there was also that picture. I wanted to see something outside. Hold on. Because remember we had that picture. Somebody was from the roof looking. Was it over here? Yes. Okay, so somebody fell from there to there. Okay. Let's see where we end up at. I feel like we're near Dorothy's house, so maybe that'd be best to go there first. Are we? We are. So here's Dorothy's. She had the room upstairs, I believe, that was locked. Taking a drink. Parch my throat here. Yes. Okay, so is this? A pendant of Mother Mary. Painscreek Herald, daughter of ex-mayor found dead at Painscreek Community Hospital. Trisha Roberts falls 40... This was on December 27th. Trisha Roberts falls 40 feet from rooftop and lands on head and dies. So I think that was the picture. That was the broken railing. Yesterday morning, the body of Trisha Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. She was pronounced dead at 7:20 a.m. According to Miss Thompson, she was starting her morning shift when she heard some sound near the reception area. She went out to find Trisha lying motionless. Blood was flowing from her head. She quickly called for Dr. Bennett, the attending physician for the day's morning shift, who brought Trisha into the emergency room at once. Unfortunately, it was too late. The hospital CCTV shows that Trisha Roberts was walking around the hospital at around 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:54 a.m. A few minutes later, her body was found on the ground 3 floors below. Charles Roberts, ex-mayor and father of the deceased, continued page 3. The hospital is now checking to see why the roof door was not locked. Investigation is still pending regarding Trisha's death. Aw, but I did get an achievement of all newspaper articles found. Okay. That's really sad. Wait a minute, that says Sophia. Okay, hold on. January 18th, 1996. Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heart-filled gratitude for all that you've done for me. You've taken care of my store on many occasions. You've helped maintain it bright spirit. I would be lying if I said I'm not saddened by your departure. I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place. Do invite me there once you've settled in. May God be with you. Best regards, Oliver Gibson. Aw. Looks like a house key. Photo lab cleaning. So maybe that's the photo key. Photo lab key. Okay. What was the code? 05... Wouldn't be this. 0526, right? 052. Oh my god, it was. Okay. Dear Sophia, how have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life here is hard but meaningful. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here, I realized I'm blessed more than I could ever imagine. I'm supposed to be back in 1 week's time, but I recently decided I'll be extending my stay here for another 6 months. I haven't received any letters from you for a while now. I hope you are doing well. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage and you said that you don't want to be poor anymore? I think God heard your call and brought you to Painscreek. Charles and Vivian told me they were glad I introduced you to them. They said you were a hard-working person with a kind heart, and that us being related was not the reason they hired you. You got the job on your own merit. I did not know whether or not to tell them that we're not actually cousins. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. Having said that, I'm glad that you're in Painscreek and we can talk and meet anytime, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I will do my best here. I hope you can wait for me. Best regards, Matthew Brooks. P.S. I've prepared a special present for your birthday. Wait for my telegraph that day. Okay. August 30th, 1974. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot for me, though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect, even though I'm just a housemaid. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew, too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever, certainly as long as I can remember. I'm a lucky girl. October 20th, 1974. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel he's trying to escape his chores at the church. We'll talk about everything under the sun, our hopes, dreams, futures. It reminds me of our days at the orphanage. December 29th, 1974. Landing a job here as a maid was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. However, I never imagined I'd be having an affair with a married man, let alone my employer. Now I'm carrying his child. How do I face Matthew? March 15th, 1975. I received a letter from Matthew today saying that he'll be extending his stay in Indonesia for 6 more months. That's always been him. He's always had a noble heart, wanting to help people everywhere. I miss him, but I'm glad he decided to extend his stay there. It gives me time to prepare how I'll explain my situation to him. I don't know how he'll take care of it if he just hears the truth blurted out once he gets back. I received a telegraph this morning from Matthew wishing me a happy birthday. He told me he had a special birthday present prepared for me. All I need to do is find the clues that he placed in our favorite places. He's waiting for my telegram after I've solved the puzzle. I've actually solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? June 1st, 1975. My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m. and it's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Dorothy's taking good care of us. She prepares the food and attends my needs. I almost feel like I'm her boss. Charles visits me all the time, asking if we need anything else. I told him he doesn't have to come so often, and to instead focus on work. As a mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. June 16th, 1975. Charles told me today that his mother, Magdalene, will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. I like that name. So, Scott was born on, so they're saying Vincent, aka Scott, was born on 6/1/1975. 6/1/1975. I'm wondering if that's the code in the gallery. So, gallery code question mark. Because, I mean, we'd have to... I got a achievement for Sophia Miller's story. I mean, we'd have to imagine that would be something that would have meaning to Charles, especially because we found the will where they want everything to go to the son. And Vincent would be the son, although the belief is that Vincent would be dead. But still. Yeah, so, we're about an hour 28, an hour and a half in. I think we still have a little bit more to go. Obviously we need to do the briefcase key for the, for Stephen Morris, the investigator, Bernard House, which we'll probably do that and fix the drawer in Wanda Taylor's room. And then we have an old key, which is, I think, of the photography place. So let's go ahead. We'll do those in the next video, along with, I think, hold on. Was it Matthew? Definitely one of my, so yeah, here we go. So Matthew's favorite places. We'll also do this to solve this little hunt. So this is Matthew's favorite. So he likes the Moon Cafe. He likes the church. And 3 little big books. So yeah, we'll continue this on in the next part, and go from there. Who knows when this is going to end? It could be next part. It could be another part after that. But I feel like we're getting like closer and closer to like really finding out who killed Vivian. We know who killed Sophia. We know who Scott is. So I think, we're kind of getting to that point where we're getting kind of towards the end of this. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely leave a like, a comment. If you see that I missed something, definitely let me know, because clearly I've missed a lot of things along the way. And we can kind of go from there. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy.